Hey y'all, welcome back to Gecko Tech and Gaming. I'm Kyle, and today I've got a pretty unique set of headphones that I kind of wanted to share. I've been using these pretty much almost every day since I got them, and I think these might be worth your consideration too. These are the Shokz OpenRun Bone Conduction headphones. Now these don't work like your regular headphones where vibrations from the driver travels through the air into your eardrum. This actually puts the vibrations directly through your temporal bone into your eardrum. Now I actually used an older version of these for a while, but they were kind of muddy. I think the technology was a little bit too new, but these versions, they've updated the internal drivers and they sound pretty dang good considering the vibrations are just traveling through your skull. So this is a really unique headset, but I think it's really worth the consideration for a lot of people. So as you can see, I'm actually wearing them right now. They come in a lot of different colors. Comes in black, red, blue, and gray. I have the gray. They have a really unique look to them. Almost kind of futuristic, not as low profile as something that would be in ear, but really you're getting these more for the practicality of them rather than appearance, unless you like that futuristic look. Now in terms of the actual audio, shockingly clear considering that the method of that audio getting into your ears is through vibrations through your skull. There's a good amount of bass, almost palpable if you have it really loud and depending on what you're listening to. Mids and highs are very nice. Vocals are very clear, and finer details come through surprisingly well. Now, you can't really look at these the same way that you would look at something that's in-ear or over-ear, like an actual proper headphone, or an in-ear like AirPods or something like that. But for what it is and the benefits that I'm going to talk about later, they're very, very nice. They use Bluetooth 5.1. Connection is very easy, very painless, connects really quickly once you have it set up. Now for battery, it uses a proprietary cable to charge, but it is magnetic, so it's actually pretty convenient, pretty nice. Just over about a foot long, so it is also a little bit on the shorter side. But the battery life on this is very good. They say, I think, about 8 hours, but from my use, it seems closer to 10. It also has a fast charge function, and you can get a full charge in just about an hour. Now for the audio quality, very good considering this is something that uses such a strange tech. The audio clarity is very good. I don't have trouble hearing vocals and music as well as just spoken word like from a podcast or something. Sounds very clear. You can even pick out fine details in your mids and highs, and the bass is very nice, very palpable, though at higher volumes and depending on what you're listening to, if it's a very bass heavy, it almost starts to vibrate. So that's something to consider if you're someone that really likes bassy stuff. Like, it can do the bass, but because of how it gets that bass through your skull, it's going to be vibrating and it'll feel kind of weird if it's a whole ton of bass literally directly into your skull. Now really, the things that I really like about this headset, you really have a great sense of your surroundings. You're not so closed off like with in-ears or over-ears with closed back headphones. These are really great for physical activities, like if you're going hiking, you're going outdoors, doing a walk, exercising. These work fantastic for that. And being able to keep that situational awareness is something that's really underrated in my opinion. Being aware of what's going on around you is super important for your safety. Since of course your actual ear holes are open, you're going to be able to hear what's going on around you. So that's a huge plus in my opinion. Being that this is really more or less a proper headset, they're very light, so you don't feel it on your head, and it doesn't clamp too hard either. Despite all that, it also really doesn't fall off even if you're doing really aggressive exercise or running. It doesn't jostle around too much, it feels really secure on your head. It also comes in different sizes. There is the regular size, which I'm wearing, but there's also a mini size. So if you feel like, oh, it might not fit because of my head, it comes with those range of options. Not only that, it's rated IP67 waterproof, which means you can't submerge it, like you can't go swimming with this headset, but if you're doing something out in the heat, you're sweating a lot, or you get a splash of water on it, they're going to be totally fine. Won't affect the headset at all. And really, in a time when we've been cooped up for way too long, feels like the world is imploding, mental and physical health have taken a huge hit. I think it's super important for us to get outside, go see the real world, go see real people. And I feel like between going out for a walk with in-ears and going for a walk with these, I would choose these 10 times out of 10. We all really need to get out, get some proper sunlight, real fresh air, stay in motion. A body in motion means a mind in motion. Stagnant body means a stagnant mind. No knock on gaming and the geek life. I'm right there with you guys. But there needs to be imbalance in life. And your mental health, physical, emotional health is gonna go up if you get more active. I can tell you that from experience, trust me. Getting out, staying active, and incorporating exercise into your life has so many benefits for your life. Since finishing up with chemo, I mean, at first I wasn't really able to do much of anything physically. I was really tired. But just being able to get out, get real sunlight, and walk was such a great thing for me mentally, emotionally, and physically. You just feel better. And unfortunately, I haven't had these for too long, but I wish I had them earlier because it's so nice to be able to get outdoors, still hear the birds chirping, but also listen to some music to keep your heart pumping, keep your mind motivated. But anyway, back to the proper review at hand. Now, as for complaints, I really only have one legitimate complaint and one small nitpick. Sometimes when I'm scrolling through my feed on YouTube and it makes those previews pop up, it'll vibrate directly into my ears. And it's not a sound, it's just a really, really strong, abrupt vibration. It doesn't hurt, and it doesn't hurt my ears, like you don't really hear it, but it feels like a bumblebee flew into my head. Like, it's really strange. Now again, it doesn't hurt, and it doesn't hurt my ears, it's just very jarring. The other thing is the charging cable. Now, I actually really like the charging cable, it's very convenient, but it's kind of short. And that's the only cable you're going to be able to use because that proprietary little magnetic cable. If it was something like USB-C, then you could just use whatever cable you have lying around. But since it's that proprietary cable, it's very nice, but it is limiting. Now, in terms of something like gaming, would I recommend it? Maybe? The audio clarity for the mids and highs is definitely good enough if you're playing a game where you need to hear like distant footsteps or some voice lines, that sort of thing. Now, latency surprisingly is also pretty good for these headphones. I actually have a pair of in-ear Sennheiser earbuds, and I would still recommend these over those because these have such little delay. The audio clarity might be a little bit better with the Sennheisers, but that delay is more important because you can really pick up any kind of details that you need from these headsets just fine. Now again, it's not as good as a proper wired headphone or a headphone that's using 2.4 Hz wireless, but these could definitely get the job done, but you'd miss out on the sound isolation of closed back headphones, but you don't get that same sound stage as open back headphones either. So for gaming, I would recommend a proper set of open back headphones, but these would work great, especially if you're in a situation where you actually want to have that situational awareness. These are nice. Another benefit that you can consider about these is that you're not going to distract people around you as much as if you had open back headphones. You get that nice soundstage, but with these, as long as you're not jacking the volume super high, you're not really going to bug people with what you're listening to. Now at about $130 USD, these are more expensive than, your run-of-the-mill headphones, but considering the good audio quality, the general performance, good battery life, and the fact that you get the benefit of that situational awareness, I think these are definitely worth the cost. Just because of the practicality and how nice they sound, honestly, if these headphones were to break today, I'd buy another pair, no question. I've been using these things every day, and they get 2 solid thumbs up from me. But anyway, that's the end of another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what your favorite animal is in the comments. Y'all take care, stay safe, God bless, and I will see y'all on the next video. Later.